to Narashino Country Club in Japan. Dan, they took a little break last year. I believe they played it at Sherwood Forest, and we're moving it back to Japan this year. So I don't want to say it's a diluted field, but it is definitely not the field that we saw in 2020 when when the ZOZO was played here in the US. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We're leaving the desert and we are now heading to a tree-lined par 70, 7,100 yards. We got 3 par 3s. No, scratch that. We've got 3 par 5s and we've got five par 3s. Definitely hitting that bottle today.
How many pies we got?
How many pies? All the pies you can eat. Speaking of pie,
oh boy.
This Good Times bourbon tawny port finish, it does kind of it's got that like almost kind of a blueberry-ish kind of like nice. A pie filling or jam kind of taste on there. It's really good.
Nice.
So I think we're going to wind up by the last winner at this, correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, but I think the last winner at this course, at this tournament was one Tiger Woods. I think he won his 82nd tournament there, I believe.
Never heard of him.
Well, you will one day. You will one day. So again, it's tree lined. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's going to be a ton of trouble. 7,100 yards. So, it's not overly long. So I don't know that well, I mean, if you look at the stats from when they played here in the last time they played here, it is going to be about distance and more so it's going to be about driving accuracy. So that's kind of where we are. Don't know if I mentioned we're going to be putting on bent grass greens. So I don't know, does Bucky Fowler, does the putter get hot on these bent grass greens and kind of take him to where he needs to be? Like I said, from course history, we've only got 1 point of reference, if you will, and that was from 2019. You had Tiger Woods winning the tournament, Hideki Matsuyama, Sungjae M, Rory McIlory, Gary Woodland, Billy Horschel, Corey Connors. The list goes on and on. I'm looking and I do not see a Rickie Fowler in the field. And as I'm looking just at the leaderboard, this is probably the top 20 or so. I don't see a lot of these guys in the field. So, yeah, there's plenty of people that didn't play here. So I don't know from course history, if you will. I don't know that that's gonna really gonna shine a lot of light, given that we've only got one tournament that we can reference here. So probably going to be looking to our friends at fantasynational.com to reference recent form and kind of where they are. Let's go ahead and get into this one, Dan. So in the premium range of $10,000 and above, Collin Morikawa, the X-Man, Will Zalatoris. I think he had a rough showing the last time we saw him out. Hideki Matsuyama, which placed second here the last time the tournament was played here and at this course. Make a note. Paul Casey has withdrawn from the ZOZO Championship, and Tommy,
I'll take him.
You'll take him twice. You will take him twice. I know you already had him as your one and done. That's why I want to go ahead and let you know that right off Jump Street. So let's dig in. I'm looking at the last 24 rounds. And strokes gained. I may bounce back and forth between strokes gained and par 3 efficiency, given that there are 5 par 3s on the golf course, and it is a par 70. So I don't know that we're necessarily going to get into the birdie festival that we saw at the CJ Cup this week. Dan, go ahead and say it. I know what you're going to say, but I want you to say it.
Well, I mean, I think Collin Morikawa is going to win this week.
I don't know why he's not. I think he ties the low round.
So why would I ever take him?
You wouldn't. That's why I'm going to take him. No. No spoilers. No spoilers. I may not take him, but yeah, I don't know. It's what's weird to me is he ranks out 18th in this model. And I don't know. I mean, I know what it's the way that it's weighted. I'm not going to go in and screw around with the weighting changes right now. I think that if anything is taking away from him in the model rank out as 18th, it's the It's the percentages I have on putting, but all in all, I don't know how you can go wrong with Collin Morikawa where he's at right now. Again, comes in second at the CJ Cup last weekend, shoots a 6, I believe he shot a 62. I closed it, but I think it was 62 on Sunday. I think it's just building more momentum and steam coming into outside. Hold on, before we get in there. So the flight, B-Dub, I saw he posted his picture. Now he was flying first class. So, but you know, he's it's a long flight over there for those guys. So are you considering the trip from the US to Japan in at all in the performance that we're going to see out of these guys this weekend?
A little bit, but there's so many of the top dogs here that played last week, right? So, I mean, Willie Z didn't, but you know, Xander was right there, right? I mean, what about you? I'm not weighing it heavily. No,
I'm not weighing it heavily either. I'm more looking at maybe I need to adjust these percentages at Hideki Matsuyama coming in. Well, he's 10th, yeah, 44th, and he's second here last year, and he's projected 18% owned. I don't know. I think Collin Morikawa is going to be the highest owned player at almost 30%. By the time we get to, by the way, make another mental note. I believe this tournament starts for us in the US. It's going to start Wednesday evening. Wednesday evening will be the official start of the tournament. So you know, don't wake up Thursday morning thinking you're going to be able to make your adjustments and changes. That will not be the case. You'll be a lock. Who you playing and who you fading? Oh, I know you're playing Paul Casey.
Paul Casey for sure. So yeah, I mean, Morikawa, Xander's been playing great. T18 last week, T5 the week before, T18 last week, T5 at the Tour Championship. Last couple of times we saw him. 33rd off the tee. I can see better today, by the way. Third on approach, 46th around the green.
You've been drinking more, have you?
That's what it is. 33rd in putting. So he is 10th in this model, last 24 rounds in this field. I like Xander. I think Xander's going to win soon. I do. He's 26.4% projected ownership, which is tied with Morikawa, which is strange. And you can't go wrong with Willie Z. He missed the cut at Shriners, but he's been playing great. Off the tee, he is 5th in this field, 16th in the approach, 31st around the green, 36th putting. T14 at Sanderson, T11 at Fortinet, 6th in the model. I like those two.
What did he? Yeah, putting killed Willie Z at the Shriners. He lost 2.5 strokes putting, but outside of that, I mean, last 5 tournaments in total, he's 5 on the field, 4 tee to green, off the tee, gained a stroke and a half. So I don't think you can. I don't know that you can go wrong anywhere in the $10,000 and above range, except for by putting Paul Casey in a lineup, who again has withdrawn from the tournament.
What do you think about Fleetwood?
I think that this could be a place where rebound is probably not the right word to say. I'll say he's been playing towards the middle or the back of the pack in a lot of these, you know, in his previous tournaments. I mean, T38 at the CJ. Yeah. But I mean, let's see where he's at off the tee. So he's pretty neutral in he's just kind of playing flat right now, man. So I don't know. Is this a place that Fleetwood might rebound against again, I don't want to say, I'll say a diluted field versus, you know, where he was at for the CJ Cup. What did he shoot there?
Let me ask you this. All right. And I'll take the other side, whatever you do. And we'll put a bottle on it. Who wins first, Fleetwood or Fowler?
Oh, shit. And I mean, to be honest, I could totally see Rickie Fowler coming over here and putting something up. I'm gonna go Bucky. Give me Bucky.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Give me Bucky.
So you're not gonna take the $10,000 range. I got it. Okay, good.
Give me. Yeah. Well, you didn't say the $10,000.
No. I'm just saying, you know, like, you know, DK and everybody thinks this guy's better, but you're taking the underdog. I love this.
Well, you didn't say this tournament. You just said who wins first.
But they're both in the field here. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm not. I may play Fleetwood in some lineups, but I'm not going to put any money on him. I mean, maybe like a top 20 or something. is where I'd probably go, but I don't know that I'm going to get more aggressive than that, just in what we've seen out of recent form. Because don't forget, there's going to be a lot of names in the field here that play on the Asian tour that we don't typically see and we're not very familiar with. So this could be, once again, we've got a lot of golfers that we don't necessarily get that much exposure to.
It's okay. So, you keep justifying it. I mean, that's fine. I love the fact you gave me somebody in the $10,000 range that was on the Ryder Cup team.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, Bucky's trying to make his way back there, man. I mean,
this is all kids and jokes, but I do think it's a fun little bet though, for sure. Yeah.
Did you make a note of this, by the way?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Just checking. Let me see if I'm playing somebody. Oh, you know what? I'm going to sprinkle in pretty much a little bit of everybody in the $10,000 range across my betting spectrum. That is in DraftKings, by the way, but I mean, Morikawa, the X-Man, Willie Z, Hideki, Hideki playing in his home country. I mean, that's, I think maybe from I don't know, is Hideki feeling a little extra juice from not winning gold in Japan for the Olympics? I mean, is this going to give him a little?
I'm sorry, Cal, I'm not paying attention to you. I'm ordering Tommy Fleetwood some of those Oakley glasses on Amazon real quick.
Did you get his prescriptions?
I got a prescription. Yeah, no, I do think Hideki is coming to kill this week. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I'm probably leaning just out of principle. I'm probably leaning a little Hideki here, just because I think that we're going to see something. Now, he has not been putting very good whatsoever. But again, he was second here the last time they played the golf tournament at Narashino. So I think there could be a little resurrection there. And by the way, we ought to come up with a new bourbon barrel aged cherry instead of the maraschino. We can call it the Narashino.
That's a good point. Hey, didn't Tiger win here? Well, did he win here?
He won here in 2019.
And then he won the Masters.
Yes.
So Hideki's going to win the Masters and then come over here and win.
Very well could. That'd be a great way to book in this thing. That's for sure. So, all right. So I'm not fade. The only person I'm fading in the $10,000 and above range is Paul Casey. It's because he is not playing. Maybe if I had to fade somebody else, it's probably Fleetwood in the $10,000 range. I don't think there's any reason for a fade. I'm probably looking at the other guys up north because there's a lot of values you start to get down in this field. So the $9,000 range, we don't need to go through all of them. I think who really sticks out to me here is, even though he was T59 at the CJ Cup, is Alex Noren. He's ranked third in this model, and he looks good all the way around. He's ranked third in strokes gained total, 19th off the tee, second in putting. I guess if there's something that's a little shaky, how long is he going to be able to keep that up?
I'll tell you what, shaky is how you glossed over Rickie Fowler again.
Well, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. I didn't want to get in my one and done too premature. But yeah, so I think Alex Noren, somebody I'm playing. I after what we saw last week, I don't think that it diluted Rickie Fowler's confidence by not winning that golf tournament. If anything, I think it was a confidence builder for him. I think it was probably even more of a confidence builder than it was for the few guys that placed and or tied him, in the sense that, I mean, he's making some extreme wholesale changes to his golf swing, and he's now contending with a pretty damn good field. I mean, when you look above you in the leaderboard and it's Rory McIlroy and Collin Morikawa, can you be mad that that's who beat you?
No, you can't. I mean, I think he's found something for sure. Are you surprised he's playing this week?
Well, maybe he's been listening.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Maybe he's been listening. And I bet he heard that, hey, if you get 20 wins, ooh, but they're like, no, those are PGA Tour wins.
Ooh, he's actually projected to be the highest owner in this $9,000 category.
18, yeah, he's 18% right now. Yeah, maybe. Oh no, I see. Yeah, for sure. Where's Alex Noren? Yeah, I think Noren, man, is
Yeah, I do too.
and I'm sure people will catch on to that. He's at 5.5% right now, so that's probably going to go somewhere. Let's see who else in the $9,000 range. Who else do you like in the 9,000 range?
Neiman, T45 at the CJ, not a great showing, kind of average, right? T40 at Shriners, again, not great. But if you look at off the tee, which you said is going to be important this week, 14th in this field, 48th on approach, 57th in putting. He's 42nd in this field in terms of model rank. 14.7% projected ownership, $9,900. I think he's got it in him though. He's due.
EV, yeah, I agree. EVR is somebody I'm probably going to sprinkle in a little bit. T25 at the CJ Cup, just double digits owned, and ranks 15th out in the model. But yeah, I mean, if I need somebody in that $9,000 range, Keegan Bradley, I don't know, is he going to be able to make a putt? Maybe, maybe not. I'm probably not going to spend a whole lot of time in the $9,000 range, to be honest. I think Bucky, Noren, Siwoo Kim, who the hell knows what you're going to get? I mean, you could get a 76, you could get a miscut, or you could get a T8. So I don't know where and what's happening with Siwoo. I may bet him just because, but I don't know, maybe like a top 20 or something. That's about all I'll give him.
I'm looking at McNealy as well. T38 last week at the CJ, cut at the Shriners, second at Fortinet. He is fourth off the tee in this field, last 24 rounds. 53rd on approach, fourth around the green, and 25th in putt. Those are good numbers. 16.1% projected ownership, seventh in the model rank, and $9,300. So I like him here. He's been showing good form, and I could see him popping here.
Yeah, I think if you're not going with some of the other folks we mentioned, I think that he's in the double-digit double-digit percentage owned category. Then I think McNealy's probably a good lean. Let's see. I don't know who's the fade up here. I just mentioned Siwoo.
Siwoo struggled last week. Yeah,
probably a fade. Tringali, probably another fade. I mean, it's his putter is probably what's carrying. I don't know, 5.5% owned. It could be a little intriguing. Yeah. All right. So $8,000 range. Yes, and yes. You and I and everybody else won't be able to get enough of this guy. Ranks number 1 in the model. Second in strokes gained total, 8th off the tee, 9th in approach, 27th around the greens. And hey, when you're hitting everything else so damn good, I mean, you can afford to be 35th in putting against the field, and T14 at CJ Cup, T38 at the BMW. I don't know how you can shy away from Jonathan Vegas here. I think that's probably going to be an anchor in most of my lineups.
I might start a lineup with the top 3 guys in this category. So go Vegas, Pan, and Lee. I'd like all 3 of those guys.
I couldn't disagree with you more. That I think that those are where's the 16, 18. Yeah, well, so does everybody else. I mean, they'll probably all hit 20% owned by the end of the week, but or by Wednesday night. But yeah, I mean, I think your winner could easily come out of that group.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, recent form looks good. Just their numbers all around. Yeah, it's everything there looks good. I mean, those are 3 must plays for me. And heavy. Who am I fading here? Palmer has been on a bit of a miscut streak. However, this would be the tournament that he makes the cut, given that it's a no cut event. So yeah, I don't know. Palmer's probably a fade for me. Adam Shanks, another guy. Of course, everybody loves Adam Shank. Why do they all like the people we like? But I mean, but the numbers are there, right? T3 at the Shriners. He did miss a cut, and then kind of mediocre coming out. But if Adam Shank keeps the putter hot, I could definitely see this being
I could see you doing a whole lineup of $8,000 guys.
Does that total $50,000?
Let's find out. We'll find out in a little bit.
Yeah. So, all right, I'll be here. So yeah, so Palmer, I'm fading. Ortiz, I don't know. The putter's not doing much for him. Again, the CJ Cup, T25, T47 at the Shriners. I don't know. I guess if you wanted to, I mean, I just think there's too many good options I think there's too many good options in the $8,000 range to go the Ortiz route at 11+% owned. So
Hoff's been struggling too, man.
he has been struggling.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Kirk's been popping.
Kirk looks good in the model T14 at the CJ, T35 at Sanderson. So that could be a go-to. Matt Wallace, T14 at the Shriners. If you need somebody at $8,000, you can't afford to go high. Could be single digit owned. Don't know. We'll see by Wednesday. $7,000 range.
Yeah, who you like?
Big beautiful baby. I'm riding this hot hand of Vegas, man. I mean that Harry Higgs. I mean, I think form looks good. T9th at CJ, T27th at the Shriners. He did miss the cut at Fortinet, but hey, maybe he just needed a little Vegas vibe to kind of get him juiced and get him going. I think another guy in a no cut event where he can kind of go. I did not see why he withdrew from the Shriners, and he also missed the cut at the Fortinet. But past 24 rounds, I mean, his numbers look good, man, and he's ranked 5th in this model. Is Pat Perez? I mean, again, he's going to be heavily owned, but I don't know. I mean, I need to go back and look and see why he withdrew from the Shriners and what happened there. And he obviously didn't play in the CJ, so I don't know. But he's making the trip over. I mean, did he withdraw because he's making the trip over?
Maybe
for the ZOZO. I don't know what the reason was, but from the numbers perspective, it says, I mean, he is gaining 8.5 strokes off the, let's see, where's Perez gaining his strokes at? Let's see if this is something he's going to be able to keep up. So last 5, 2.4 in putting. He's gaining a stroke and a half off the on approach, losing a little bit off the tee, but I mean, nothing crazy. Yeah, I may gamble. I may sprinkle in a little P squared. Yeah, believe I will. And I don't know who else in the $7,000 range you like down there.
I think you cover most of them. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite zone. I mean, I like Pat, like you said. I don't know what's going on with him the last couple events, and I'm all in on Harry. Yeah. Those are my 2 go-tos there.
Maybe Norlander, T65 at the Shriners, T4 at Sanderson. So, recent form. Oh shit, he's projected 22% owned. Wow.
Who is?
Norlander.
Oh, wow.
I know. I got on him last year, and then man, he by the way, shout out to Turtleson Apparel. So he'll be representing in Japan.
He's been showing good signs of good form lately. So I think that's probably why, he was T4 at Sanderson and T5 at Barbasol or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. He's not on my huge radar. Yeah.
7,000 fades. I don't know who, maybe Munoz. He was T49 at the no cut event, which was the CJ Cup, missed the past 3 cuts. So I'm probably fading Munoz. And I don't know that there's any real fades. I mean, Robert Streb could be somebody to go to. He's probably under 4% owned, T9, T27 in his past 2 events. Higo, I want to go down that road, but I don't know. And Luke List, I was thinking we're going to have something there. He's ranked 2nd off the tee, 14th in approach, 5th around the greens, but he did miss the cut at the Shriners, T17 at Sanderson, and T51 at Fortinet. So yeah, we'll see. $6,000 range. But I mentioned we're going to see a lot of names we don't see it. So Takumi Kanaya, he's missed the past 4 cuts. This is still in the 7,000. Sepp Straka, he's missed the past 4 cuts. Good news is they're going to make the cut. So I don't know if this sparks a little bit of life into those guys, but
pack that chicken biscuit. I like Chelsea Hadley.
Mr. Bojangles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's starting at $6,900. Why wouldn't you? He's ranked 51 in the model, but T27 at Shriners, T45 at Sanderson. I'm probably going a little bit deeper. I don't know about Redmond outside of Sanderson. He's been on a string of missed cuts. What about your boy Jimmy Walker, man? He's I don't know, maybe right T24 and T45 at Shriners and Sanderson respectively. So maybe some Jimmy Walker action here.
It's been trending well. Yeah.
Satoshi Kadera. I'm probably gonna go get some action on Kadera. I think that's a direction I'm gonna lean. I believe Kramer Hickok is out of this event.
Okay.
I don't know who anybody else that kind of stands out. I mean, a lot of those names we're not familiar with. We don't see them. We don't see them over here that much. So
yeah, I think we covered them. Yeah.
All right, so we're let's put a lineup together. You know, we could get let's see. You said we're going $8,000 range.
We should try one of those. We can do two if you want, but yeah.
How many players can we get
There's
into?
enough. There's enough.
How many players can we get into the $8,000 range? Let's see. All right, so I'm going to drop down to the $8,000 range, and we're going to roll with anything wrong with starting off with Jonathan Vegas?
No, I think we take the first three.
CT Pan and Lee.
Okay,
good to go. Yeah. Good to go there. How do you feel about Shank?
Love Shank.
We got $15,400 left.
We can still take Kirk.
We can. You like Kirk or Wallace? You like Kirk? Good with Kirk. We got
Kirk.
We got 7,300 left, man. Let's go with P squared.
There you go. P squared. That's a good lineup.
That's the $8,000 range all around, except for Pat Perez at 7,300. We'll see what that delivers. By the way, our pick that we did last week, it did deliver for us. So good showing. Let's see. Okay, so now on to. By the way, who's in the lead in their one and done?
I haven't been able to tally them up yet. Like a lot of calculus and
numbers are too big.
Yeah, a lot of calculus. The derivative of this was
no, there are no square roots involved here, Dan.
Oh, okay. You're winning. You're winning by a couple.
Unless you want to hurt your wrist. Unless you want to hurt your wrist.
I think you got a couple $100,000 on me last week. Yeah, so
I should have.
Yeah, you did good last week.
Should have.
So I'm gonna give you honors. You go first.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Putting the pressure on me, are you? Who did you say? Who'd you say you liked that you weren't going to pick? Paul Casey.
Yeah, exactly. Paul Casey.
Man, I'm torn between three people here, and I know we can't. It's not a. By the way, I was thinking about this the other day. Should we start picking like two people in case somebody does get COVID, or should we regroup and then repick?
I think I should pick two people. You can just pick one.
Perfect. So I'm torn. I'm torn between Rickie Fowler because he's coming off a heater. Alex Noren's numbers just are off the charts and look just fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
And I mean, where else am I going to use Harry Higgs at? Give me Bucky. Give me Bucky. Give me Bucky.
All right. You got Bucky. All right.
Because where else am I going to use him at? Who knows when the next time we're going to see him is?
That's a good point. He's going to have a kid. Yeah. I think I'm going to go with one of those guys in the $8,000 range. I think I'm going to go with you guys should go with CT Pan or KH Lee.
Flip a coin. Let the coin decide.
I'm going to go KH Lee. Yep.
Again, where else are you going to use him at?
Yeah. I think he's been trending well. So if we look at his stats here, he, again, 25th at the CJ, 14th at Shriners. In this field, last 24 rounds, 19th on approach, first off the tee, 34th in putting, second in the model rank. I like him here. Where did he win? He won where last year. Did he win in Texas, I think? Is that where he won last year?
I think so, yeah. I'm trying to find him.
He won the Byron Nelson, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, solid pick. Yeah, I'm actually saving him for the Byron Nelson.
So. Oh, there you go. That's what I'm gonna play Fowler there.
I don't know why I would do that. I mean, no reason in particular. Just saying.
Oh, that's good, man. This will be fun. I'm looking forward to this. So I have to take off on Thursday and Friday, right? I can step all day Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they won't miss an hour of this one on Wednesday night. Oh no.
Every single minute. And we're playing through. We're playing through the commercials.
Playing through.
Yeah. Good Lord. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So what else is going on? What else is coming up? My fantasy football team. Well, it's so I'm Julio Jones, man. I need Julio to have a big night tonight. If Julio Jones scores double digits, I'll be 5-1. So I'll win tonight. So it'll put me at 5-1. No, it'll put me at 5-1 for the league. My golf DraftKings scored. I pulled through. Now I really came through on my NFL DraftKings. Like that one is looking real good. So fingers crossed tonight. I did take a look through who could catch me. Doesn't look like anybody can really catch me. So I think we got to start that NFL show because
well, either that or we have lobbied for Monahan to start playing with the leather golf ball.
That's that. Well, and he hasn't said no, so we'll see where that goes.
We're getting some heavy resistance from a left-hander.
Let's see. Oh, I jumped on a live with BB Langham from friend of the show. We did a live IG on, I don't know, maybe Friday night. I don't know, one night. And it could have been Thursday of last week. And we talked a lot about drinking, or we drank a lot, however you want to look at it. And he wanted to chat about the new quasi restriction for the 46-inch driver, which is more of a suggestion than it is like a rule. So we chatted about that. So head over to our Instagram page at birdies_bourbon. That's a fun one.
I wrote some letters.
Oh, what'd you write?
About the driver.
Oh, yeah, I bet you did. So we do have another friend of the show, B-Dubs, came on, and we did a blind tasting. Now that one was a lot of fun. I don't know if you checked that out, Dan. It's in our Zoom. No, this is one we gotta download and push out.
Let's throw it up on the old tube. Yeah.
We'll get it out on the tube. So I sent him over a few samples, and he was like, oh, well, what about this? And what about that? So I shared some stuff with him. So I wound up sending him 7 samples. And I'm like, oh, we could do like 3 one night and 4 another time, or 4 and 3, whatever you want to do. And he's like, shit, let's just drink them all. I'm like, careful. And so let's just say, but the show, I thought it went good from what I can remember of it. And so some good tasting notes, and got into, I won't say, I probably said what we were drinking at the beginning, but I won't get into that. Yeah, we'll throw it up on the tube and get it out and about for people. Other than that, man, we got Broad Branch Distilling coming up this week. I had a great time chatting with those guys. I think we've got, let me make sure I get it right, because I tend to mispronounce the name. So we've got Bourbon Coffee Company coming on. They sent over some samples of their bourbon barrel-aged coffee, which I did leave a quick review on our Instagram page about. But we've got Ryan coming on from there, so he's going to chat about barrel aging coffee beans. I'm in.
Nice. Yeah, me too. That's awesome.
It should be good, man.
So have you been checking out Succession? It just started up last night. I
haven't, I never got into that one really. So, and is that Macaulay Culkin's brother?
Yeah.
That's the headliner. Yeah. I think how many seasons are they into this now?
Well, they just started the 3rd season last night. I have not watched it yet, but
okay. So I started watching season 1, and I don't know what got me distracted. Something could have been the whiskey. But something just didn't catch my attention on that one. So I may have to go back and revisit.
Do it. Force yourself to
let's
get
go
through
back and
season
revisit.
one. It's a little bit slower, a lot of building, but then it gets so good. So
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Ted Lasso that ended the other night. So we think we talked about that. Oh, you know what's coming up is I think it's the third season of I think the third of Yellowstone. Is it the third one?
Third of the fourth. Yeah. Yeah. It's coming up soon. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that one to come back on. I think that's it's like if the Sopranos, if you film the Sopranos in a cowboy environment, that's pretty much Yellowstone.
Yeah.
So it's people are like, I don't like Westerns, damn it. Ding. But it's like but it's not really a Western, even though there's horses and cowboy boots and cowboy hats. I mean, it's more like a gangster kind of setup for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you, I mean, you did it perfectly. It's Sopranos of Westerns, or like, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Good stuff,
I'm trying. So I'll try to get through some Succession. I'm trying to think. Oh, did you see the new Batman advertised?
Good.
I mean, how many times can you remake Batman? Apparently a bunch. First off, let me say apparently a bunch. Second off is
we're gonna.
Well, yeah, right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna remake it. So it's got the kid or the guy from what's the werewolves and the vampires, like the teenagers.
Twilight, yeah.
Twilight. So it's got one of those guys, and I forget which one he was, but he was one of the sides, and he's the main character. And of course, as Batman is, like, Batman doesn't really talk a lot during the preview-ish kind of stuff. It's more so you got a new Joker. It looked like you had a penguin on there as well. And you've got a Catwoman. So I'm kind of thinking, was it that was Birdman? Who did Birdman?
Keaton.
Michael Keaton. So didn't Michael Keaton did the Penguin?
Well, he was Batman, and he.
No, I know, but he did the one with the Penguin, and then wasn't Jim Carrey in there as the Riddler?
Yeah, Carrey's in there as the Riddler.
No. I think that's who it's. I said the Joker. I misspoke. I think that it's the Riddler, not the Joker. But the Joker could be in there also. But it could be like a hodgepodge of Batman, Catwoman, and then all of the critters. It kind of caught me off guard when it said it. I thought it was like almost like a parody or a riff or something, because I hadn't seen anything about it. But it's so I don't. Yeah, if you like Batman, I'm sure it's going to be great. I'll watch it at some point. We'll see.
Yeah, there you go. Cool, man.
So
good stuff. Catch up on the Successions. We can talk about that. That's a real good show. Yeah.
Will do.
Cheers.
Cheers.